me record that. Very good. So here is 90 degrees. So now they want us to find the angle between these two lines. So the common point of AH and AG is A. So that is where the angle is. The angle is there, in between there. So for us to find that angle theta, we must know this line, what is its length, and we must know also this one. So this one, we know it is 3 centimeters. But how do we get AG? Who can give me how do we get AG? Yes. Which triangle are we going to use to find AG? Yes, Maya. Maya, speak up.
I think we are going to use ABG.
You're going to do what? Maya, you are not clear. Just type the answer in the chat. As you wait for Maya. Patricia, you were saying something?
Repeat the question.
How are we going to find AG? Because for us to find that angle theta, we must know AG and we must know also GH. Because this is a right angled triangle which is inside. So we must know this as the base of this right angled triangle, the one in red, and the height. The height is known, but we don't have the base. So how do we get the base AG? Which triangle are we going to use to find the base AG? Okay, Maya is saying we are going to use A, B, and G. That is correct, A, B, and G. Because at this point here, we have 90 degrees. Esther, are we together?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so we are going to use this triangle, using triangle A, B, G. So it is also a right angled triangle. So we can use Pythagoras Theorem to find A, G. So this is A, and this is B, and this is C. So we can write AG squared is equal to AB squared plus BG squared. Are you seeing that? Members, are you seeing that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. So that means that AG, we have used Pythagoras theorem. So AG squared is equal to 5 squared for AB, then plus 4 squared. And that means that we get AG squared is equal to 25 plus 16. 25 plus 16, what do we get? AG squared equals to 25 plus 16, what do we get?
41.
30?
41.
41. So we find the square root. So AG is equal to the square root of 41. So at this point, we find the square root on both sides. So what is the square root there?
6.40.
6.4.
0.
Okay. These are centimeters. So we know that this one is 6.40 centimeters. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use this right angled triangle which is inside to find the angle theta. So how do we find the theta from there? Who knows how do we find theta? Using triangle. Using triangle AGH. AGH. Using this one means triangle. Using triangle AGH, how do we find theta?
We use tan.
We use tan. Good. So we shall say
Yes.
tan theta is equal to, who's giving us the answer?
Opposite over adjacent.
Yes, opposite over adjacent, correct. Now what is the opposite side there? Tan theta is equal to, what is opposite there? 3, eh?
3. Yes.
Okay, so we shall write 3. And what is adjacent?
6.40.
6.40. So we shall write 6.40. So theta will be equal to the tan inverse of 3 over 6.4. And I know right now Maya has typed the answer in the chat. Maya have already typed the answer. What is the answer? Patricia, what's the answer? Stop keeping quiet. Patricia, what's the answer? Patricia sold the calculator. Esther, what's the answer there?
25.115.
25.1 degrees.
Yeah, 21.
Okay, you have remembered. Okay, Patricia. Okay, next question. That is done. We go to the next question. That is the angle between the two lines AH and AG. Okay, so we go to the next question. Next question is telling you find the angle between lines AE and AG. AE and AG. AG and AG. So this time let me use a blue pen. Let me use red. AG. AG and AE. So AE and AE. So here they have a common point is A. So that means that our angle will be here. The angle is going to be there. So this is the angle they are talking about. That angle here. And that angle shall call it theta. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. So how are we going to find the angle in between those two lines?
First find triangle.
You have to find the one.
First find the other. First find AE.
Just connect to this one here. Okay. Are you seeing at that point? Members, are you seeing that?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to find the angle between AE and also AG. So that's what we have to find. So we must know this length AG, and we must also know the length AE. Are we together? Are you seeing these two? Leave this one now because this one was for the other diagram and we finished. But I'm talking about this. Do you see this triangle that I'm shading? Are you seeing it?
Yes.
So at that point, we must find the angle between those two lines. How do we find the angle between those two lines? How we should get this length? How do we find the length AE? How do we find the length AE? Members, how do we find the length AE is the question. Yes, Esther?
Now we shall use triangle A.
Shall we use triangle?
I use triangle A, B, and E, whereby the AB is equal to the 4 centimeters. Then BE is equal to 3 centimeters. Then we shall find AE using Pythagoras.
Yes, that one. Okay, so we are going to find the length AE. First of all, length AE. So to find length AE, we are going to using triangle. Esther, you said which triangle?
Triangle ABE.
ABE. Esther, that triangle is.
No, this is D. It shall be. I was saying badly. ADE.
ADE, eh?
Yes.
ADE. Okay, correct. So we know this is 3, this is 3, this is 3. So this is 3 centimeters. This is 4, this is 4, this is 4. Patricia, are you following?
Yes.
Very good. So we are going to use this triangle here. But we know at this point is 90 degrees. That point, it is 90 degrees there. It is 90 degrees. So how do we get AE? AE, to get AE, we shall say, can give us, how do we get AE? AE squared is equal to, Are you seeing the diagram very well? Let me zoom for you. AE squared is equal to?
AB squared plus BE squared.
It's equal to AD squared plus DE squared. So AE is squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared. So AE squared equals to 9 plus 16. And AE, Maya, prepare and give us the answer very fast. And we find it as, here we find the square root. And AE equals to okay. What the answer is 5 centimeters. Okay. So that means that here we have 5 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters. There we have 5 centimeters. Now, how do we get this angle here? Members, how do we get that answer? Let us also find this length AG. Let us also find the length EG. Length what? Let us find the length EG, and then we are going to use the cosine rule. Are we together? Length EG. Are you seeing length EG? EG, length EG. So we are going to use a Pythagoras theorem. We know that this one is also 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters. So we are going to use Pythagoras theorem to find the length EG, such that we can use the cosine rule. Do you know the cosine rule? Esther, you studied trigonometry.
Yes.
You studied trigonometry in senior 3 this year. Yes. Do you remember that the cosine rule?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not very well.
Oh, not very well. Okay. Should remember it. So let us get, okay, find for me the length here. Find for me the length. Find for me the length EG using triangle EHG. Triangle EHG. Do you see EHG? Let me zoom in there for you and you see EHG there very well. Sorry. So what is the answer of the length EG? What is the answer of the length EG? What's the answer of the length EG?
5.83 centimeters.
It is what?
5.8.
3 centimeters.
Okay, so 5.8 EG is equal to 5.8. 3.
3.
5.83 centimeters. Let me first prove you and we see whether what you did was right. So I'm going to use Pythagoras theorem here. So it means that EG squared was equal to 5 squared plus 3 squared. Is that what you did?
Yes.
Squared is 25 plus. So EG squared is 25 plus 9. What do you get? That what?
34.
34, and EG is equal to the square root of 34. Okay, 5.83 centimeters. Okay, Now, after finding EG as 5.83 centimeters, so we are going to use the cosine rule and we find that angle theta in between these two lines. Okay? So, how do we, what's the formula for the cosine rule? Let me try to zoom in there and use the cosine rule to find theta. So we have a triangle. Let me first draw that triangle there. Inside, it looks like. So this is theta 6.040. What? Okay. Are you seeing now? 5 centimeters and
Teacher.
this is
Teacher.
5.83 centimeters. This is the angle theta. This is E, A, and B. Yes. Yes. So we are finding the angle between AE and AD. Okay. So we have seen how we have got all this and this. So I'm looking at this triangle here that I shaded. That triangle. Okay, so now let us use the cosine rule. So suppose this is a triangle and this side is C, this side is A, and this side is B. This is A, this is C, and this is B. Okay? And this is the angle theta between A and B. So the cosine rule is that if you want to get this side, so you see C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos theta. That is the cosine rule. If you want to get C, if this distance was C, so C will be equal to this distance squared plus this distance squared, then minus 2AB cos of this angle. Are we together? But now here our C is ED and our A is 5 centimeters. Okay, our A is AE, who's AE squared, plus our B, which is AD. Then we have 2 times AE, AD, then cos theta. So what is our AD is 5.83 squared equals to AE. AE is 5 plus AD, which is 6.40. These are all squared. Then minus 2 times 5 times 6.4. Then cos theta. So C squared is equal to this squared plus this squared minus 2 times A times B cos this angle. That's what we are doing. Okay. Are we there?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going to multiply here. So 5.83 squared is equal to the square. Okay. Square this, you have 25 plus 6.4 squared, what do you get? You get
40.96.
96 minus 2 times 5 times 6.4. You get
64.
Cos theta, isn't it? So what if you square this also, what do you get? 5.83 squared, you get
33 point.
it's quite big, eh? You get
33.9.
9889, isn't it?
Yes.
So let us bring this one this side. Let us add this. Let me first leave this one the way it is because it is too big for me.
You're missing the work.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I'm going to add 25 plus 40.96 and get 65.96, then minus 64 cos theta. Is it okay?
Yes.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one this side, eh? Are we together? Becomes
Yes,
a
teacher.
portion. So I have 5.83 squared plus 64 cos theta equals to 65.96. Isn't it? Now, I'm going to take this one, this side, eh? Becomes a net.